Experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible.
Good time zones, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Chicagoland, right here in beautiful Juliet. We have a lot of great action as the Full Send Cup Series Round 7 will take place right here on the iCast Racing Network for a one-off race. While their normal broadcaster is off on a cruise, I am so excited to be here with you guys here at Chicagoland, because let me tell you what, this track is a very unique in itself. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and take a quick look at your race information here for today. Right here in Juliet, right outside of Chicago. This 1.5 mile egg-shaped oval definitely brings on some beautiful racing. The air temperature is 82, track temperature is 93, meaning it is going to be a tad slick out there. The wind is blowing at 8 miles an hour. They do have 5 setups total, 3 green, white, checkered, 70% fuel, meaning they can go roughly 40 laps around this speedway. And I am Mike Taylor up here in the booth, and let me tell you what, we have a lot of fun racing going on for you guys right now. Before we move forward, I would like to go ahead and take a look here at your current point standings. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at that. Let's go ahead and get your race information off screen and show you your current point standings. Grant Applegate, he is on top with a 51 point lead over Charlie Hunter, as both of these drivers have dominated the last 2 races here in the Full Send Cup Series. And Zack Lockett, he is still searching for that elusive first win of the season for Adrenaline Racing. And then you've got TJ Ivey followed by Kevin West, 89 points out behind your race leader. It is still early on in this season, so any of these drivers can still have an opportunity to crack into the championship picture by the end of this season. And like I said, ladies and gentlemen, Charlie Hunter dominated the last 2 races. Grant Applegate, he dominated 3 and 4 races ago, so a lot of drivers do have a lot of time coming up. We will have stage breaks here today at lap 45 and 100, and then we're going to run the 65 final laps to bring us to the end of the race. And let's go ahead and catch up with a driver here as he is making his way around the circuit at the moment. The 77 of Nathan Brzozowski. As you can see, he hit the wall head on. But Jesse Chip Graham, he is coming around to finish his first lap here. And let's take a look here at your current qualifying results at the moment, as Tyler Bowling, he is on top in that number 99 Toyota. As he ran a 30.216, your Tyler Bowling. And Chip Graham, he posted a 30.652, so a little bit off pace there for that driver. Chris Mackey in that number 9 Carlisle machine, his last lap time was a 30.463 as he makes his way through turns 3 and 4 to end his qualifying lap. Michael Newbroff, he's making his way down this back straightaway. Yes, this back straightaway is not straight, ladies and gentlemen. There is a curvature to it. So that's something these drivers will have to focus on as... Oh, he's going to go ahead and in his time, Nathan Brzozowski, he is finally making his way out on track. And let's go ahead and ride on board with this driver. As you guys can see right here, the track is curved a little bit, so you can't necessarily run straight. And off the throttle into it here as he comes out of turn number 4 to complete his first of 2 laps. He's going to land a lap time of a 30.565. Really decent lap time there out of Nathan Brzozowski and that ARKC Chevrolet. Out of turn number 4, Nathan, he will come to the start finish line to put down his last time, and it's going to be a 5.65. I think time ran out. Yeah, time ran out. So unfortunately, Nathan Brzozowski, he will not get his last lap, and along with Stephen Blevins in that number 51 machine, he was unable to do that as well. We got 32 cars on deck here today at Chicagoland, so we are not going to waste any time, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and start our starting lineup here for today's race. Starting on the pole in that number 99 machine, it is going to be Tyler Bowling. To his outside in that Red Bull number 57, you've got Grant Applegate. Row number 2 on the inside, you got that Bucky's number 10 of Nate Lesko. And to his outside, it's going to be that Dr. Pepper number 53 of Colin Bollinger. Inside of row number 3, the number 18 Bojangles machine driven by Bryce Hedgecock, and he'll be joined by the 88 Red Bull driver of Brandon Banks. Chris Mackey in that Carlisle number 9, he'll be on the inside of row number 4. To his outside will be that Ghost number 24 of Jeffrey Petty. Inside row number 5, Terrence Murphy in that barbecue number 5 machine. He'll be joined by that number 20 of Nick Mills. Inside row number 6, you got that number 93 of Zack Lockett, and Lane Phillips in the number 4. He'll be on his outside. Row number 7, you've got the 48 of Nicholas Martinez Jr. joined by Terry Vincent in the number 1. Inside row number 8, you got the number 8 of TJ Ivey. And joining him will be the 77 of Nathan Brzozowski. Inside row number 9, you got Chance Page. To his outside, you got the number 3 of Douglas Ivey. Inside row number 10, you got Jesse Chip Graham. And to his outside, the 31 of Daniel Holdcroft. Inside row number 11, Stephen Blevins in that number 51 machine. He'll be joined by the 41 of Jimmy Jason. Inside row number 12, Austin Thompson, Michael Newbroff. Inside row number 3, you got Kevin West and Charlie Hunter. Row 14 on the inside, you got Kip Easley. He'll be joined by Rayshawn Winkfield. Row number 15, Jacob Hoskins. He'll be joined by Jamin Bernhardt. Inside row 16, Brandon Kelly, Brian Matthews to his outside. And that will actually round out our 32 car field here. Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting ready to go green flag racing right here at Chicagoland for round number 7 of the Full Send Cup Series, live right here on the iCast Racing Network. And we are green flag racing for the first time here today. As you see, Bowling and Applegate drag racing down into turn number 1. Neither driver giving away for the race lead, but Bowling, he will have the inside lane as they make their way down the back stretch for the very first time. We've got a lot of movement back here in the back. Hold on, everybody. 5 wide heading into turn number 3. We got Jeffrey Petit's up in the wall as he's going to fall all the way back. And now I believe everybody, I think, has gotten themselves clear. That was a pure chaos there on that first lap. We'll have to go back and take a look at that as Jeffrey Petty, he will come down pit road and get service on his machine. Go ahead and might as well get the damage fixed here on lap number 1. Tyler Bowling currently out front as Grant Applegate in that number 57 machine. He is still right there on his tail as we have a 3 wide situation behind them. We've got Brandon Banks in the number 88 trying to hold off Nicholas Martinez, Zack Lockett, and Bryce Hedgecock, and Nathan Brzozowski. He's now making a run here on the inside, but not able to get on the inside of Terrence Murphy in that number 5 machine. Great racing early on here as we've got more battles going on back here. And once again, we are going to go 3 wide for that 14th position. The number 1 of Terry Vincent, he's looking to make something happen on the inside of Lane Phillips. He's going to get there, and they're going to be 3 wide on the exit of 4. Nah, they're going to go ahead and back it down there as Chance Page in the 34. He will take over that position. And now things are starting to settle down just a little bit here behind him. But of course, as I say that, here comes that number 15 of Chip Graham on the outside. 3 wide out of turn number 2 as he's going to run side by side here with Jimmy Jason and Terry Vincent. Once again, climbing now up through turns 3 and 4 of Nick Mills. He's going to take it. And Brandon Kelly, he has some issues. Not exactly sure what happened to Brandon Kelly, but we're going to go back here and take a look. He just got loose out of turn number 2. Smacked that inside wall, and that's going to be all she wrote for Brandon Kelly. Brandon Kelly jumped to the pits, and now we're going to have to wait to see what is going to happen with Brandon Kelly. Yeah, it looks like Brandon Kelly in that number 22 has retired that machine after that hard hit to the outside wall. Nathan Brzozowski, he's now trying to get on the outside, the 88 of Brandon Banks here for that 9th position. And so far, he's going to do it up here in turns 3 and 4 down the front straightaway. He's going to complete the pass around the outside, which is something that you don't really see very often. As we jump back up here to Nate Lesko and Colin Bollinger as they are duking it out here for that 2nd position. So you got Bucky's versus the Doctor as they come down the back straightaway. The 53 all the way up against that outside lane, using all that momentum that he can to create that pass around the outside, and he's going to get there. And now he's going to have to wait and see what he can do here in turns 1 and 2. Can he complete the pass complete, which he will on exited turn number 2. So really great pass there by Colin Bollinger around the outside, but you want to make sure you're not using up all those tires. Let's jump back here to Grant Applegate in that number 57. Remember, he started up in that 2nd position, and he has slowly started to fade into the back of this pack. Grant Applegate absolutely very strong the last 4 races here in the Full Send Cup Series, as he is going to try to repeat that here at Chicagoland. But right now, things not looking too good for Grant Applegate. But then again, this all could be by design, as he could possibly be trying to save tires here for later in the run. just in case we don't get a early caution. I'm going to jump back here to Lane Phillips and give these guys some love back here, because I'm watching these times back here and the relative and the gap. These guys are giving it all they got back here. They don't care that it is back here for that 26th, 25th position. These guys are going all out here in the back, and there's nothing wrong with that. Jumping up here to Douglas Ivey in that number 3 machine, getting around Kevin West. But now, Douglas Ivey, he's going to go wide, and here comes Kevin West back on the inside. What in the world is going on back here? Because I see my telemetry jumping all over the place back here. They can't make up their mind. Oh, it looks like Terry Vincent in that number 1 machine. He may be having a little bit of radio yep, he has radio communication issues here. So that's something we're going to have to keep our eye on as we catch back up here with Applegate in that number 57 machine. He's still dropping back. Now he is back in that 9th position. It does seem like he is having a little issues midway through the corner. It does seem like he's starting to get a little bit loose. And if that's the case, then that's not good for that number 57 as he continues to fall back. We are only 13 laps total into this race. So he could also have a long run car as well. So we're going to keep an eye here on that number 57 and see what's going to happen with that. As we jump back here to that 88 of Brandon Banks and TJ Ivey in the 8. These two battling it out for the 11th spot right now. Ivey, he's going to take it. And he's actually going to start to pull away from Banks here just a little bit. Nathan Brzozowski in that number 77 machine. He is still trying to hold off the 57 machine of Grant Applegate. Nathan Brzozowski out of Trotman. He's still trying to continue to move forward here through the race. And it looks like Grant Applegate's going to use that apron to make the pass up for that 8th position. We still got a decent battle here brewing for this second position between Bollinger, Lesko, Mackey, and Martinez as they make their way out of turn number 4. Nate Lesko out of Queen Creek, Arizona. He is still holding on. Chris Mackey in that number 9 out of Ackworth, Georgia, who's trying to hold off Nicholas Martinez. Looks like our friend down south of the states over in Puerto Rico. But everything is looking nice and easy at the moment as we focus back here at Jesse Chip Graham, as he is working on the inside of Brandon Banks now for that 12th position. As we have one car, that's Bryce Hedgecock, got into the wall on exit or on entrance of turn number 1, and he fell back a little bit here in that Bojangles number 18. Jimmy Jason in that number 41 Ford Mustang, he just brought his machine down onto pit road to get service. As we are currently working lap number 19 of 45 as they go 3 wide on exit. And Hedgecock, he's going to quickly pull back. And that gives Chance Page and Douglas Ivey both the position 14th and 15th respectively. As it looks like one driver started to fall back mid-time. That's going to be TJ Ivey in that number 8 machine. Oh, big loose out of turn 2. Yeah, TJ Ivey currently having issues trying to hold on to that machine. Not exactly sure what is going on. Yeah, as you see here, he got loose once again while he's on the inside of that 23 of Austin Thompson. And Thompson's going to go ahead and get himself clear as we ride on board here. Look at him work that wheel a little bit on exit of turn number 2. Not exactly sure what he's experiencing in that race car, but here comes Kip Easley, as you see there on his inside. He looked a lot better that time out of turn number 4. But let's see how he looks here on exit of turn 2 this lap. Because he's fall all the way from like the 12th position all the way back here to 18th. There he goes. Now he's looking like a driver. TJ Ivey figuring out that number 8 machine. Lesko is now under attack from Martinez. As Martinez, he's looking to go on the inside in that number 48 machine. He's barely going to squeeze himself up into second right behind Bollinger. And now that little shove from Lesko down the back straightaway. And Martinez up into the wall just a little bit, but that did not give enough for Lesko to make a run on the inside of Martinez. And Colin Bollinger, he continues to lead this field here on lap number 24. And now Martinez, he's going to try to work on the inside of Bollinger on exit of turn number 2. Side by side, drag race down the back straightaway. Who is going to lift first? It looks like it's going to be Bollinger as he goes all the way to the outside. And gives the race lead over to Nicholas Martinez in the number 48 machine. Nicholas Martinez Jr. led that lap there. As we've got a lot of racing going on. I don't even know who to watch at this moment, because we have this whole gaggle of cars right here duking it out for that 15th position, as Daniel Holdcroft is currently holding off everybody at the moment. Out of turn number 4, they're possibly looking to go 3 wide. But Holdcroft, he's now making a run on that 77 of Nathan Brzozowski. Charlie Hunter in that number 72 machine, dominant the last 4 races as well. He is currently struggling, as we're potentially going to possibly go 4 wide out of turn number 4, but they thought better of it and leaving Austin Thompson in that 23 to his devices as they continue to run side by side here for that 16th position. You got the number 27 of Kip Easley on the inside of the 72. Contact! The 27 Kip Easley. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Contact between Kip Easley and Austin Thompson in that number 23 caused Easley to drop back a couple positions, but Easley was able to hold on to that race car. And now he's going to go ahead and try to revamp and start to move forward here once again. As we take a look here at Daniel Holdcroft in that number 31 machine, trying to get on the inside of Page. But here comes Ivy. He's thinking about bringing it 3 wide out of turn number 4. Not able to stick his nose in the middle as they run a 5 diamond position. That's what I like to call it, as they are 3 wide now here in 1 and 2. And out of turn number 2, they're going to drag race all 3 of them down the back straightaway. Slight contact between all 3 drivers. And they're still going to be 3 wide up here in turn 3. Out of turn number 4, it looks like that number 8 of TJ Ivey, he's going to go ahead and complete the pass on Austin Thompson and Chance Pay. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize about that. A thunderstorm quickly started to roll through, but now we are back up and running here at Chicagoland. So first and foremost, I send my deepest apologies to each and every single one of you. Major pain. Let me go ahead and get caught up here. The crew number 72, Charlie Bros. Major pain. Let's go, Charlie. The 41 needs an LFD car bad. Whoops. And that messed up my audio. Turn my audio back on. Give me one moment, guys. Boom. And you, Silent, you just started watching and you're curious on how Jacob got in the 26th position. Did he qualify bad or something? Well, let's go take a look. And are you asking about Jacob Hoskins? I want to make sure I pull up the right person here. But if it is Jacob Hoskins, yeah, he actually started back in that 29th position. Go ahead and throw my screen back up here. Alright, so while I was relaunching and everything here, ladies and gentlemen, it does look like Terrence Murphy in that number 5 machine, he was able to take over the race lead from Nicholas Martinez, Colin Bollinger, and Grant Applegate. let's go ahead and go through the field and look for some more action. TJ Ivey and Douglas Ivey both down on pit road. Looks like Terrence Murphy, he's going to give up that. Oh, Terrence Murphy spins it down onto pit road. That's definitely not what you want to see happen. And let's come back here, take a look as Terrence Murphy entered pit road. He just started to whoa it up and turn it down, and he just missed pit road as he lost it, and that's going to cost him a lot of valuable seconds here on the racetrack. But we do got 2 laps remaining here in the first stage, and right now Nicholas Martinez, he is currently out front as Jamin Bernhardt makes their way down onto pit road. Brian Matthews down here on pit road as well, showing possibly one more lap here. And right there, out of turn number 2, Martinez currently has it. Applegate back in that second position now, and Bollinger in that third position. Grant Applegate, he did fall all the way back to like that 12th position, but here he is now up in second. What a good turnaround here for Grant Applegate after starting second. And that's going to bring out our caution here for the first stage break here at Chicagoland. Wrong one. Let me see if I can pull up your current top 10. But if not, we've got Nicholas Martinez, Grant Applegate, Brandon Banks, Rayshawn Winkfield up 24 spots, Zack Lockett, Chris Mackey, Bryce Hedgehog, Colin Bollinger, and Nate Lesko all finishing up their pit cycles here. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Deep Dish Dash 250 here at Chicagoland Speedway. The 48 of Nicholas Martinez Jr. He just got a EOL. Oh, he might have been caught speeding on pit road, possibly. Brzozowski getting a black flag. Tyler Bowling. Michael Newbroff, he's got a black flag. Bernhardt, TJ Ivey, at this moment, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not exactly sure what all these black flags are for, but we're gonna have to wait to see if they're gonna be taken away. Or if they were all caught speeding down on pit road. And as of right now, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a few drivers currently out of this race. As it all comes through here. Oh, so we actually only have 2 out. It looks like it's going to be Vincent and Kelly. And everybody else is still on track here. Alrighty, and it does look like our drivers that do currently still have that black flag is starting to fall to the rear of the field. Nathan Brzozowski, Nicholas Martinez, and TJ Ivey. But Brandon Banks in that number 88 machine still out front. He'll be out front when we do go back green flag racing. And Charlie Hunter in the number 72. He had a brilliant pit stop, and that's going to bring him up into the second position. It looks like these guys are still trying to get themselves sorted out. So we have extended this for one more lap as these drivers are trying to figure out where they're supposed to be. Looks like Kevin West, Daniel Holdcroft. They're all going to get a quick wave by. Terrence Murphy getting the wave by there at the last moment as well. There might have been a little hiccup here in the iRacing system somewhere. Major Payne says Charlie Bros coming. On this restart, Charlie Hunter will be on the inside of the first row. Banks in the number 88. He'll be on the outside. Behind them is going to be Rayshawn Winkfield and Zack Lockett. Will round out your top four and first two rows on this restart. And hold on tight, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting ready to go back green flag racing. Oh no, the lights are back on the iRacing.com pace car. I somehow missed that. Charlie Hunter in the 72 got a EOL. Something tells me he wasn't, I guess he wasn't supposed to be up there. So that's going to move Rayshawn Winkfield into the top spot. Alright, Jimmy Jason in the 41 showing a EOL here as well. Brian Matthews in that number 71. Alright, I am showing lights are off again on the iRacing.com pace car. So that means Fred is going to bring that pace car down pit road this time. Yes, he is off. And ladies and gentlemen, Brandon Banks, Rayshawn Winkfield will bring the field back to the green flag here on lap number 52. As we are working lap number 7 of 55 for the second stage. Down to the back straightaway. It's a lot better start this time versus what we saw as we got one car sliding. Hold on to it. Who was that all sideways? And we got trouble out of turn number 4. There he is, Bryce Hedgecock in that number 18 machine. All sorts of sideways out of turn number 4. Let's come back here and take a look. Looked like he got just a little bit loose. That wasn't a good shot. Let's go back, take a look. Yeah, right there he got loose. Heading into turn 3. Loses this. Tried to hold it down, but not able to. And everybody avoids that rolling number 18 machine. Really good heads-up driving by everybody in the back. That was really phenomenal driving right there. But now, once again, everybody coming down pit road. As we take a look at that number 99 Bowling. Charlie Hunter in that number 72 machine has a lot of ground to remake up. As we take a look here at Terrence Murphy in that number 5 machine. He's currently back at that 4th place. He has led 6 laps here today. Jacob Hoskins in that number 47 machine. He was your lucky dog. As we have an issue here on the front straightaway between Jimmy Jason and Jamin Bernhardt. Let's go back here and take a look. Oh, I think he slowed down to let everybody by. And the 12 just came out of nowhere. That's very unfortunate for those drivers. Alrighty, but the field's getting ready to come out of turn number 4. Lights are still on the iRacing.com pace car. They're going to go ahead and get themselves sorted out here once more under caution. Let's head back over here to our chat. Adrenaline Racing's finest moments coming from Austin Hobo. How is everybody doing in chat? Thank you all so much for tuning in. Alright, the admins are now happy with the way everything is looking. So that means we're going to go back green flag racing once again. This time out of turn number 4. Kip Easley in the number 27. He'll start on the outside of Brandon Banks. Fred will pull the iRacing.com pace car back out, and Barney will wave the green flag once again here at Chicagoland. Banks, easily, they will bring the field back to the green flag. Banks quickly out in front of Easley, but here comes Kevin West in that 0-1 machine. He's looking to the inside for that second position, but here comes Terrence Murphy in that number 5. He's thinking about making it 3 wide for that second position. But right now it's just Easley and Kevin West side by side here for that second position, as we see that number 5 right around that rim to top side of the racetrack. But he's not able to hold that momentum that we were seeing. Oh, trouble here into turn 1. The 27 hard into the outside wall. Kip Easley on got spun on the front stretch. Get it out, Mike. But that Nitro number 27 machine, he's going to go ahead and get it turned back around. He's got pretty decent damage there to the front end of that Mercury Chevrolet. Well, let's go ahead and go back here, take a look, and see what happened exactly. Alrighty, so you see that number 5 getting a run here, and he's going to hit the outside of the 27. As they head down into the corner, he had the 27 drifted right up the track in front of the number 5. Again, that's just from my eyes. This is what I see. It's not official. But that 27 machine up against that outside wall. But he still got plenty of time to come back up through the field. Kip Easley, wicked fast. As he's going to go ahead and bring down that number 27 machine back down onto pit road to get more service on his machine. Looks like TJ Ivey in that number 8 machine. He's going to be your lucky dog candidate for this caution here on lap 60. And that right there, you guys, is a look here at your top 5: Banks, Lockett, Mackey, Winkfield, and Lesko. But the lights should be off on the pace car, and they're going to go ahead and double up here once again, as we're going to go ahead and get ready to go back green flag racing. Your race leader Banks is going to bring the field back to the green flag on to start lap 62 of this race, as we are quickly approaching 100 laps to go here at Chicagoland. Brandon Banks, Zack Lockett, pace car is off into the restart zone, and we are green flag racing once more here at Chicagoland. Banks out to a really quick lead there as they make their way down into turn number 1. And here comes Mackey fighting on the inside of Lockett for the second position. Let's go in that number 10 trying to follow suit, but he's not able to get there. And so you still got Lockett, Mackey running side by side for the second position. And Mackey trying to get on the inside of that number 88 machine as they come out of turn number 4. The battle for the race lead is on. Mackey not able to complete the pass, but here comes Zack Lockett back on the outside of Mackey. Mackey, once again, we're 3 wide for the race lead. And just like that, Zack Lockett in that number 93 machine quickly taking the race lead out of turn number 2 as Banks and Mackey continue to duke it out for that second position. But here comes Lesko in that number 10 machine. He's looking to get into the fray for the top 3. Oh, we got trouble in the back. Lane Phillips in that number, or that adrenaline.com number 4 machine had issues back here in the back of the field. Let's come back here and take a look and see what happened. Oh, that just looked like someone just stepped out from underneath of him. Let's come back here. As you see, he was sideways there, and then it just snapped hard to the right on him. Or I'm sorry, snapped left hard on him. And then, once again, good heads-up driving by everybody to get around the spinning car here of Lane Phillips. They did it earlier on in this race, and they did it again, once again, here with Phillips. Really great driving out of these drivers here in the Full Send Cup Series. Well, we got to stop and catch our breath again, ladies and gentlemen. This time by at the start-finish line, we will have 100 laps to go. As we still got 35 laps left here in... Yeah, 35 laps left here in stage 2. Terrence Murphy, Kip Easley, they've come down pit road. Possibly going to get a fresh pair of shoes on their machines, or just topping off on fuel. As you see there, your lucky dog driver will be the number 3 machine of Doug Ivey, as he will go ahead and get himself back on the lead lap. Alrighty, and this time it's going to be Lockett and Mackey on the front row for this restart. Pace car is in, back into the restart zone, and we are green flag racing once again here at Chicagoland, as we got 23 laps left here in stage number 2. Actually, I think that might be a little bit on the wrong side there. But Chris Mackey trying to make it happen on the outside here for the race lead. Lockett inside, Mackey up high as they will cruise through turns 1 and 2 once again. Still exactly side by side. Lockett able to get a little bit further ahead, but that outside momentum just throws Mackey right back into the race lead. And now they got to repeat the process all over again here in turns 3 and 4. Still side by side for the race lead. Lockett going down onto the apron, trying to shorten up the distance around this track. Still not able to do it, as Mackey will still carry a lot of speed down the front straightaway. And he's looking to take it here on the exit of turn number 2, but no. Lockett, he's still holding strong. Lockett finally will have to back out, and that allowed him to Mackey to take it. But Lockett's not giving that up just yet, as he will go ahead and make a run here once again. And here comes Grant Applegate up here into that 3rd position, going 3 wide behind him to get around Nate Lesko and Ballinger. And now we got a battle here for your 3rd position. Nate Lesko on the outside, Applegate on the inside. And it looks like Applegate will clear him here on the exit of turn number 4. And that will put Applegate back up here into the 3rd position. Applegate fell back early on, made his way back up through the field. And now here he comes. He's going to try to get on the inside of Chris Mackey here for the 2nd position. As he does, but he slips up the track and he's going to lose that momentum on exit of turn number 4. Very unfortunate there for Applegate, but we still got a very long way to go. So he's still got plenty of time to make it happen here at Chicagoland as they're running. We got a caution out. Lane Phillips once again in that number 4 machine, facing the wrong direction. Let's go ahead and come back here, take a look and see what happened. Looks like they were 3 wide contact, and that just brought the 20 machine of Nick Mills down into him, and the 4 had absolutely nowhere to go, and he clobbers the number 3 machine, and he will collect the 18 and the 31 here as well. Daniel Holdcroft involved. Bryce Hedgecock involved here as well. The number 3, Douglas Ivey, who just got his lap back, was involved in this one here as well. Let's take a look here at the camera view. Minding his own business, then all of a sudden he is turned sideways up here in turns 1 and 2. Such a helpless feeling. So we take a look here at Colin Ballinger up on the jack stands, getting service on his machine. Applegate finishing up his pit stop as well. As you see, Nicholas Martinez leaving out as well. As we take a look here at these drivers getting repairs done on their machines. Looks like easily he's going to pull away. Mills still down here. Murphy is still down here as well. Daniel Holdcroft just left. Hedgefield still hanging out here. And Nick Mills, he is down and away in that shotgun wedding number 20 machine. And that right there is going to be a black flag. for coming up on the track a little too early. Lane Phillip and Chance Page are back down on pit road. Page is leaving pit road now. Lane Phillips in that number 4 machine still has a lot of damage on that number 4 Chevrolet, so he's got plenty of time down in the pits to get that taken a hold of his good race. Alrighty, so when we go back green flag racing, ladies and gentlemen, we will have Zack Lockett, Nate Lesko, Nathan Brzozowski on the inside there of the second row, and to his outside, Ray Sean Wingfield. Pace car is into the restart zone, and we are green flag racing here once more at Chicagoland. Lockett getting out to a little bit of a jump start there as Brzozowski and Lesko will duke it out for the second position. Brzozowski, he's going to take it, and here comes Kevin West on the inside of Lesko now for that third position, not able to get the job done, and now he's trying to hold off that number 35 machine of Wingfield as they climb up here through turns 3 and 4 here to end lap number 77. And let me tell you what, it's starting to feel like it is absolute trouble on the front straightaway. One car hard into the outside wall, and he is dropping fast. That's going to be Jacob Hoskins in the number 47. Hard impact to that outside wall. Such a shame for that number 47 machine. He was absolutely in the wrong place at the wrong time. Nathan Brzozowski just set the fastest lap of the race in that second position as they are continuing to duke it out for this third spot. Nate Lesko, he's got Wingfield, West, Thompson, and Bowling all over his back bumper. And here comes that number 51 of Blevins as well, getting here into the mix, along with the number 57 of Grant Applegate after coming down to get more service done on his machine. Right now, Wingfield, he's going to take over the position from Lesko, and he's now trying to pull away in that third position, but they are actually all over. Yeah, there he is. Wingfield got over Lesko, but Lesko, he's still having issues with everybody else behind him, including West, Thompson, Mackey, Applegate, Bowling, Blevins. Nicholas Martinez is back there as well. And this all right here is your top 11, ladies and gentlemen. Really good racing here, starting to brew in the last 20 laps now. 20 to go here in this stage. Zack Lockett currently has that top spot locked down, but Brzozowski, he's all over the he's trying to get back to the back bumper, but not able to make anything happen just yet. As we take a look at that 57 of Applegate, he is riding right around that outside lane, pushing the 23 of Thompson to make him try to go faster. And now they are 3 wide for that 6th position. Applegate, he's going to back out, and he's going to get the run here on Mackey now. Mackey, he's going to fall back, and now he's attacking Thompson once more. Applegate right up against that outside wall, probably touched a little bit, and he will fall back behind Mackey, back to that 8th position. So all that gain there was for naught. As you see, Mackey and Thompson hitting fenders out of turn number 4 They are still absolutely glued on each other. But you know what they say, 8 wheels are better than 4. But now Mackey's starting to pull away, and they're 3 wide behind them for Applegate, Bowling, and Thompson. And now Applegate, he's going to get behind Mackey. And now they've got Stephen Blevins now working the outside of the 23 and the 88. Out of turn number 4, Blevins, he's going to move up to that 9th position now. Caution is out. Oh, hold on to it. Looks like it is going to be for Jamin Bernhardt and Brian Matthews. Let's come back here, take a look, see what happened on the exit of turn number 4. They were 3 wide. Down to 2. Oh, he got the 71 of Brian Matthews got turned off of the 12 of Jamin Bernhardt. Really good heads-up driving. Let's see if they both can keep it down off the track. Brian goes up. He turns it hard left to bring his machine back down on the track. And what a save out of both of those drivers. I think in the real world, I think NASCAR would have not thrown the caution for that one, as they were both able to hold on to it. As we have Thompson, Martinez, Hunter, TJ Ivey, Easley, Hedgecock, Matthews, Bernhardt, Hoskins still down on pit road. Lane Phillips still down on pit road. I feel the temperature starting to rise here in Chicagoland. And Adrenaline Racing's own Zack Lockett in that number 93 machine is currently out front of the field here on lap number 87 of 165 laps. So, looks like we've got about 4 drivers out. Looks like Doug Ivey, he is out. Jeffrey Petty in the number 24, he's currently out of the race as well. Terry Vincent, Brandon Kelly are all out of this race for the moment. So Ivy is there. Oh, the 24 of Petty, he's actually still out on track. So we only have 3 cars out of the race at the moment. Alrighty, guys, we're going to line them up, do it all over again. This time out of turn number 4, it's going to be Lockett, Brzozowski to his outside. Pace car is off. And the green flag is in the air once more. Brzozowski does not get going on the outside lane, stacking up the outside lane. And that allows Winkfield and Lockett to start to drive away. But that stacked up everybody else behind them. But now Here comes Brzozowski back, fighting on the inside. Contact down the back straightaway. They both hold it straight. And now Brzozowski, he's looking to take over the race, or the second position here, away from Winkfield, as we have 3 wide behind him. Contact between the 57 and the 9 machine. And the number 10 of Lesko seems like he's just the third wheel here in this one. But so far, no harm, no foul for these drivers for the moment. As your top 4 continue now to run single file on exit. Let's go into the outside wall, as he's still trying to work on the inside of Applegate, but Applegate will cut off his nose heading into turn number 1. And here comes Applegate working on the inside of that 0-1 of Kevin West for the 4th position. Grant Applegate, he is absolutely on a tear through this field here early or late in stage 2. 10 or 9 laps to go this time by for stage 2. And now Brzozowski, he's trying to hold off Winkfield for that second position. He's almost got him cleared here out of turn 2. Not able to make anything happen, so he's going to load up and try again here in 3 and 4. This time he gets pretty far in front, but not going to be able to completely clear him here on the front straightaway. As Winkfield, he will fight back on the outside. But this time out of turn number 2, no. Winkfield is actually going to stay on him and get his nose in front. And here comes Applegate in that number 57. He's now on the outside of West. And now he's going to think about making it 3 wide out of turn 4. Not able to make anything happen. But now Kevin West trying to get back on the inside of that in the 57, but not able to get there. Brzozowski, he's starting to fall back as Winkfield was able to complete the pass. And here comes Applegate around the outside, making the pass work out of turn number 2. He's going to clear him for 3rd. Kevin West, he's now got around Brzozowski. And Brzozowski, he's still starting to fall back in that number 77 machine, as he's going to lose another position now to Tyler Bowling in that number 99 machine. This is a really tough start for that number 77 machine, as he fell all the way from that second position all the way back to 6th here in the final, the last 4 laps. So he's definitely don't want to fall back much further than where he is now. But now Rayshawn Winkfield, he is on Applegate's radar. But here comes that 0-1 of Westgate as Westgate. Kevin West gets on the inside of Applegate as Applegate gets into the outside wall, which will bring Kevin West in front of Applegate. And here comes Tyler Bowling in that number 99. He's now thinking about challenging for that 4th position away from Applegate. That number 53 of Colin Bollinger, he's starting to fall back in that Dr. Pepper 53. And this is not good. I believe he might be working on... Yeah, so he has actually... Oh, we got trouble! Mackey is around! Oh, one car hard into the outside wall. One car facing backwards. Chip Grand, Kevin West in the 0-1 machine. He was involved that number 12 machine of Jamin Bernhardt was involved here as well. And Brzozowski in that 77 machine. Yeah, he was involved here as well. So Brzozowski's bad day slipped to worse Let's go ahead and go back here, take a look, and see what happened. So it all started... Oh, ouch! That 0-1 of Kevin West lost it on exit of turn number 4. But I believe he might have... Yeah, so he lost it on 4. Came up the track right in front of the 77. We had one car back there as well getting involved. Might have been Jesse Graham in that number 15 machine. Let's go back, see what happened here to him. So he actually made contact with the 9. And then he made a break and slammed the outside wall. Kevin West, once again, that 0-1 machine involved. And Jamin Bernhardt. Let's go back, take a look here, and see what happened to him. How he got caught up in all of this. Oh. It looks like just a lot of checking up gone wrong for a lot of these drivers. And that's going to give meatballs to 2 drivers. And that's going to be Hoskins and Chance Page, I believe it was. Alrighty, we are going to line them up. This actually might have been our stage break, because that stage break was supposed to happen here on lap 100, but they're getting ready to go back green flag racing with 65 laps to go, so this probably will count as their stage break, as pace car is off once more into the restart zone. Lockett, Winkfield will go green flag as Bryce Hedgecock in the 18 machine. He's going to get a black flag. Probably going to assume for passing under yellow. Nicholas Martinez as well. Oh no, those are old. Those are old notifications. Ignore me. Those are old. But right now, Lockett, Applegate, Winkfield, Bowling, and Lesko, your top 5, as everybody is now pretty much single file here in the top 7 or 8 drivers. And then you jump back here to Chris Mackey in that number 9. He's trying to make something happen on the outside of Austin Thompson. He's going to go ahead and drag race him down here into turn number 3. Thompson's going to go low. Mackey up high. Mackey able to clear him. And now he's on the inside of Colin Bollinger in that number 53 machine. As Tyler Bowling's in that number 99, set the fastest lap so far here today. And right behind them, they're 3 wide. Charlie Hunter fans hollering in the stands saying keep pushing number 72. Charlie Hunter had a horrible qualifying session, but he's currently drove himself all the way back up here into this 9th position now as he is working on the inside of Terrence Murphy for 8th. "61 laps to go here in Chicagoland." Another fan screaming, "Let's go 72, Charlie." You've got your fans out here hollering and screaming for you. We know that you can get back up here. Let's see what he can do here in the final 60 laps of this race, as he is now looking back on the inside of that number 8 of TJ Ivey. Not able to make anything of it just yet, so they're going to go ahead and run single file all the way back here. Lane Phillips just got a meatball flag, and that's for his car's turned on down in the pits, and it just went kapooey. With Stephen Blevins in that number 51 machine, he is trying to get around Nicholas Martinez, and Chip Graham just got caught speeding on pit road on entry. So he's going to have at least a 40-second stop and hold. Yeah, Charlie Hunter now back in that 10th position after restarting up in 7th, I believe it was. So he's definitely currently going the wrong direction. But again, we still got 58 laps left, and I think we still got at least one more pit stop that these drivers are going to have to do before this thing is over. Alrighty, we're going to go ahead and jump back up towards the front of this field, as Wingfield, he's still trying to hold on to Lesko for that 4th position. And now it seems like everybody has cooled themselves after those quick back-to-back cautions in that second stage, and now everything has cooled off here once again in Chicagoland as they make their way through turns 1 and 2 to head back down the back straightaway. Oh, that's the turn 4. All right, Mike, you are starting to slip here. Chicagoland. It sure is, Larry. Wait, did I call it something else? Don't confuse me like this. If I did say something else, my bad. This is definitely Chicagoland. It's got that beautiful curve on the back stretch. I mean, technically, I would call it a turn. But that's just me. Let's go ahead and fall back here. To Nick Mills in that 20 machine. He's all over the back bumper of Brandon Banks in that number 88 Red Bull machine as they climb up into the bakings 1 and 2 once more. Nick Mills trying to make that outside lane work, but not able to get there to make it happen. And directly in front of them, they're looking to go 3 wide. And that 72 machine of Charlie Hunter, he is back here in this mix as well. still holding off so far in that 10th position. He's doing phenomenal so far, you know, just keeping where he's at the moment and not really pushing too hard. But I think he's hoping to see a caution here soon so he can go ahead and come down, collect 4 more Goodyear shoes and get him back out on track and hopefully to start moving forward. So that's something we're going to have to keep an eye out on as they make their way down here on the back straightaway. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I think that storm is still messing with my internet. Yep, everything still looks clear on my end. We're good. Grant Applegate, though, all over the back bumper now of Zack Lockett. Tyler Bowling all over the back bumper of Applegate as they make their way out of turn number 4 to come to 49 laps to go in today's race here at Chicagoland. And so this battle for the race lead is still not over just yet. We're going to come back here to this battle for the race lead. Here, maybe, hang on. Let's see what these guys are going to do out of turn number 2. Bowling, he will overtake for the position. But here comes Applegate once again. He's going to fight on the inside. Not able to make anything happen with it. But we're going to jump back here to Charlie Hunter and TJ Ivey. These two are still duking it out here for that 9th position. Charlie Hunter able to complete the pass now for that 9th position. And now he's going to set his sights on Terrence Murphy and that number 5 machine, who is just about 0.65 seconds out in front. But right now, those two, but Murphy, he's got a Chris Mackey to worry about as they drag race down the back straightaway, coming to 45 laps remaining here at Chicagoland. Alright, back out front, Tyler Bowling is now all over the back bumper of Lockett. Applegate all over the back bumper of Bowling. And we're going to see how this all plays out here for your top 3. Alrighty, we are quickly approaching 40 laps to go. These guys still need to pit at least one more time. So they're probably going to want to start to decide when they're going to come down pit road for that fresh set of tires. And the question will be, do they take left side, or yeah, no, right sides only? Or are they going to go ahead and take all four? That's going to be the ultimate question. Or will they be just crazy enough and do fuel only? No, I'm kidding. That's 65 laps on a set of tires. Well, I mean, maybe. It could work. But now, Zack Lockett, he's got to hold off Tyler Bowling here for the race lead. As Bowling looks on the outside in the number 99 machine. But Lockett, he's fighting back on the inside. And they still got Grant Applegate that they have to worry about right behind him. And then right behind Applegate, you got Wingfield now playing into the top three here. Out of turn number 4, it's going to be Tyler Bowling at the line. Ladies and gentlemen, this here is your battle for the top spot. Bowling, Applegate, Lockett, Wingfield. Your top 4 all within 0.6 seconds of each other. As you see, Tyler Bowling now working all the way around the outside. Lockett gets into the outside wall. And that's going to spread these guys out a little bit more. And that's possibly going to give Wingfield a run down here into turn number 1 and 2. But Wingfield not able to keep that momentum that he had down the front straightaway. And now they're going to continue to run side by side here down the back straightaway with 37 laps remaining. Bowling touched that outside wall just a little bit, but that did not slow his momentum in that number 99 Toyota. As now your top 4, they are now all spread out just about 1 second from each other. Coming back here to get an update on that 72 machine. He is still struggling to get around Lesko and Terrence Murphy for that 6th and 7th position. But that doesn't mean that he is not going to give it up that easily. 35 laps to go this next time by. Tyler Bowling, Grant Applegate, Zack Lockett, your top 3. Now we're back here in that 6th position, watching Lesko and Hunter. They're going to go ahead and duke it out here for that 6th position. And regardless of where Hunter finishes, it's a really good points day for him as he came all the way from 22 positions back. All right, it looks like our next round of green flag pit stops have begun. Brandon Banks in that number 88 machine, he is down on pit road. Bollinger, he's down on pit road as well. And now we're going to be waiting to see when the rest of our top 5 are going to start making their way down on pit road for their final pit stop of the day. And I will be watching these pit times, because anything under 9 seconds means that's only a 2-tire pit stop. Nate Lesko in that number 10 Toyota, he is now down on pit road. As we get a good look at that number 10 Bucky's Toyota. Lesko has had a pretty decent day, hanging out in the top 10 all day long. And here comes Grant Applegate, Zack Lockett, and Charlie Hunter. They're all coming down pit road. Lesko with a 11-second pit stop. Really good stop there for him. Lockett down in his pit stop. Let's see what he's going to do. As I'll take a look here at that GOAT Racing Diecast.com number 93 machine. He's only going to take 2 tires. And he's down and away. The 57. He's down and away as well after taking 4 tires. So that's actually a very interesting definitely a very interesting play here, as Lockett, I believe he only took 2 tires here as well. So Grant Applegate in that 57, he did take 2 tires this last pit stop, and that took him 14.92 seconds. Whereas for Zack Lockett, Nate Lesko, they pitted with only 11.23 seconds. So a 3-second difference is between left sides and right sides total. So some of these drivers are electing to do only 2-tire pit stops. So we're definitely going to watch this 57 Red Bull machine and see how far he can drive up through the field for the end of this race. But right now, Chris Mackey in that number 9 Chevrolet, he's out front, followed by Nick Mills in that number 20 machine, who's 3 seconds back. And then we're going to go 1.3 seconds back to that number 51 of Stephen Blevins. And Bryce Hedgecock in the number 18, 5 seconds back from Blevins. All these drivers are still needing to come down pit road for the final time. Nicholas Martinez going for a ride in the infield grass. Let's go back here, take a look and see what happens to that number 48 machine. As he is on the inside 3. Oh, he slid up and got into the number 10. Hard hit for both of these drivers. Nate Lesko, he just had some issues and he just had to jump to the pits. Let's come back here and take a look, see what happened to that number 10 machine. Yeah, he just could not control that Bucky's machine anymore, so his good day gone completely sour for that number 10 Bucky's driver. Stephen Blevins in that number 51 machine. He is now 1 second back away from Nick Mills. Chris Mackey, he's coming down pit road, and here comes Stephen Blevins. And this is going to open the door for Nick Mills in that number 20 machine to take over the race lead, as we see Bryce Hedgecock also making his pit stop here with 23 laps to go here at Chicagoland. All right, here comes Nick Mills. He's going to try to get his car woed down, which he will. And 23 seconds back will be Tyler Bowling down the back straightaway in that number 99 machine. But he does have Rayshawn Wingfield and Colin Bollinger all over his back bumper. So this battle here for the race lead is not over yet. And here comes Grant Applegate in that number 57 Red Bull Ford Mustang. He is now on the charge here in the deep dish dash 250 here at Chicagoland. And let me tell you what, Grant Applegate, he is on an absolute tear to try to get around the top four here to have a strong finish. Everybody in front of him except two drivers, so Tyler Bowling and Wingfield, they took 4 tires, but Bollinger and Lockett, they only took 2. Charlie Hunter update on our to our Charlie Hunter fans of the 72 Toyota Camry. He is currently sitting back in that 7th position, just about 4 seconds back away from Grant Applegate. But right now, all eyes are on that number 99 Toyota of Tyler Bowling, as he is out to just about a half-second lead over Wingfield and Bollinger with 19 laps to go this time. And the lights are getting ready to turn on here at Chicagoland as this race is starting to transition into the nighttime. So don't be surprised to see those lights come on here momentarily to start illuminating this racetrack. Zack Lockett in that number 93 machine. Yeah, he's trying to get onto the outside of that 53, but all this is doing is bringing Grant Applegate in that 57 Ford Mustang to his back bumper. This battle between Lockett and Bollinger is getting intense, as Lockett was able to make his way around Bollinger. And now Grant Applegate, he is trying to be all over that back bumper as well in that number 57 machine, but he's having issues getting to the back bumper here of Bollinger. Because these top second, third, and fourth currently are doing a phenomenal job at keeping Applegate at bay. And they're probably out there running just about the same lap times as each other. So these guys are doing a phenomenal job here today at Chicagoland. And I want to give a big special thanks to Full Send Cup Series admins for allowing me to come out here and do this while Zachariah is on vacation for this week. So thank you guys for allowing me to come up into your broadcast booth, and I hope you guys have enjoyed today's presentation. I'm sure you guys have are going to come back and watch this post race. But let me tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, you guys have been putting on one hell of a show here at Chicagoland, as we still got this strong battle here for this third position. Now then, Wingfield and I believe that was Applegate both getting into the outside while they're on exit of turn number 4. And that's going to open up the door for Collinger and Lockett now to try to make room. And here comes Colin Bollinger around the outside for the second position. Wingfield, he's going to fall back to third. And Zack Lockett, he's going to get stuck behind him for a moment. But here comes Grant Applegate in that number 57 machine. Applegate not wanting to give up these spots as well. He's trying to get his way through. 12 laps to go this time. Zack Lockett and Applegate now running side by side here for that fourth position. Just one position outside of your top 3. They've got to figure it out, and then they can go and fight off Wingfield for that third position. Zack Lockett making a good run out of turn number 4 that time, getting past Grant Applegate in the 57. He's going to fully complete the pass, but Applegate, he's going to re-attack on the outs or on the inside, heading down into turn number 3. 10 laps to go this time by at the line. Tyler Bowling out to just about 0.7 second lead over Bollinger, as we see Lockett and Applegate still continuing to run side by side here for that third position at the moment. What awesome racing it is back here for this third position between Wingfield, Lockett, and Applegate. Oh, a good run out of turn 4 here for Applegate. Ladies and gentlemen, we are starting to get into the closing laps of this race. Wingfield barely holding on to third from Grant Applegate, as Applegate, he will complete the pass on Zack Lockett for the fourth position. And now Applegate, he has his eyes set on Wingfield in that number 35 machine. Grant Applegate now moves up into that third position as he sets his eyes on your top 2 here with 6 laps to go here at Chicagoland. Will Grant be able to do anything with your race leaders here in the final laps of this race? Right behind them, you see Lockett and Wingfield. Wait, these guys have me confused. That's Lockett on the inside in that number 53 machine. Brzozowski with the meatball flag. He's been sitting down on pit road and blew his motor. 5 laps to go for Tyler Bowling in that number 99 Toyota Camry as they make their way out of turn number 4. 4 laps to go. Things have settled down here in the back for this third position. Right now, Applegate has it held on. If TB wins, he'll dragly drink a Hitball energy drink. But as of right now, ladies and gentlemen, Tyler Bowling started on the pole for this race. He has also led 45 laps. I believe that's the most out of anybody here today. As he makes his way here through turns 3 and 4 once more with that setting sun in the background. 2 laps to go this time. Barney holds up those popsicle sticks to indicate 2 laps here in the deep dish dash 250 here at Chicagoland. Tyler Bowling, he has absolutely put on a clinic this last half of this race. Going to our Charlie Hunter fans, he is currently in that 7th position. He has moved up 19 spots from where he started. Rayshawn Wingfield up 23 spots from where he started. But all eyes are on Tyler Bowling in that number 99 machine. Making his way through turns 1 and 2 here for the final time. Chicagoland. I don't know, DMP. I don't know. All I know is out of turn number 4, ladies and gentlemen, your race winner for round number 7, Tyler Bowling. Coming home second is going to be Colin Bollinger. And rounding out your top 3 for the podium, it's going to be Grant Applegate in that number 57 Ford Mustang. But ladies and gentlemen, your deep dish dash 250 winner is going to be Tyler Bowling in that number 99 Toyota as he burns it down here on the front straightaway. But wow, guys, what an incredible race. He went to the back twice, yes, and worked his way up through the field. DMP says, good run for the crew 72 with having to start in the back. Yeah, he definitely put on one heck of a show, and it does look like Warm Snugs that you're going to need to go drink a Highball energy drink. And let me tell you what, that was an awesome race all around. And before we go and talk with our top 3, let's go ahead and take a look here at your results here for today's race. Coming home first in that number 99 machine, leading 47 laps. Tyler Bowling. Colin Bollinger in the number 53. He'll bring it home second. And third, it's going to be Grant Applegate. Grant Applegate continues his domination of getting top 10s and top 5s the last 5 races now. Coming home fourth, it's going to be Zack Lockett, followed by Rayshawn Wingfield. Brandon Banks, Charlie Hunter, Chris Mackey, TJ Ivey, and Austin Thompson will round out your top 10. Michael Newbroff, he'll be home, coming home 11th. Nick Mills, Daniel Holdcroft, Stephen Blevins, Bryce Hedgecock, Terrence Murphy, Kip Easley, Nicholas Martinez Jr., Jamin Bernhardt, and Jimmy Jason will round out your top 20 for today. As we go ahead and take a look here at the rest of your field. 21st is going to be Chance Page, Brian Matthews, Jeffrey Petty, Nate Lesko, Jesse Chip Graham, Nathan Brzozowski, Kevin West, Douglas Ivey, Jacob Hoskins, Lane Phillips in that 30th position, and Terry Vincent and Brandon Kelly will round out your top or your field here today. And let's go ahead and get set up here for our interviews here in just a quick moment. And actually, let's bring that back here for just one quick moment. There we go. Alrighty, and let's see if our top 3 drivers are with us here in the booth, in which they are. So let's go ahead and start off with our third place driver that number 57 machine, Grant Applegate. Grant, it's Mike up here in the booth. Do you got a copy, sir?
Yes, I do.
Awesome. Grant, the last 5 races for you have been absolutely remarkable. You've won 2 of the last 5, placing, I believe, top 6 or 7 in the last 5 races now. But you drove one heck of a race here today to finish 3rd. Walk us through what it was like driving that Red Bull machine here at Chicagoland.
Yeah, when the sun was out, it felt like it was super racy. You could kind of run whatever line you wanted to, and you could make it work. But yeah, once the track got all the way rubbered in, it just got super tight. So you kind of had to figure out a different way to run the track. But yeah, I mean, I like this track, and then it's just dirty air. When you're trying to pass 3 people and they're all running a different line, it just sucks because you pass one of them, then get dirty aired and drop a spot. So eventually got around all of them, and then just didn't have enough time to go run down 2nd place or even the leader. But that's frustrating, but it's racing. That's what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I did notice, though, on your first run after you started 2nd here today, you actually ended up falling all the way back to 14th, I think it was. What happened there at the start that made you fall back before that first caution came out?
Yeah, just the way the first stage was, we got I think it was 42 and a half laps if you pushed it the whole time. So we had to save 3.5 laps to make it to the end of the stage and then make it back around to pit road. So I went ahead and saved it on the beginning of the run, and that's why towards the end of the run I caught back up to everybody because they tried to save it at the end of the run. So just different strategy calls. I'd like to save on the beginning of the run so that I can kind of manage whatever gap or however much fuel I'm going to need. It kind of just tells me immediately, if I saved hard the entire run, how many laps I could run. So then once I understand that number, I can run a pace based off how many laps I know I'm going to need.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes absolutely total sense now, because I was like, yeah, maybe he's trying to save tires and letting everybody back, and then at the last second, I realized you were back up to 2nd on that first caution. I was like, oh, well, that explains a lot. So, but man, what an incredible run for you here today. Next week, you guys are heading over to Echo Park. You were talking about dirty air here affecting your car here in Chicagoland. What are you going to have to do to get it into the front in that clean air at Echo Park?
Uh, Echo Park's just, I mean, it's a plate race that requires a little bit more skill, but it's still ultimately a plate race. And hopefully the track's got some grip in it so that we can actually push and stuff. Otherwise, it's going to be hard to race because you can't really push through the corners and just get log jammed. So I don't know. I've never really, in the Cup car, I've never really noticed dirty air being an issue at Echo Park. Obviously, in like an Xfinity or a truck, it's awful. But the Cup cars just have so much downforce that even the dirty air, with how slow they're going, quotation marks slow, yeah, you have enough grip to still basically go wide open.
Gotcha. And my final question for you today, Grant, before I let you go, is there anybody that you'd like to give a shout out to?
Oh yeah, just as always, shout out to the league admins, Chris and all them who put the show on and do all the hard work behind the scenes. And then appreciate you filling in broadcasting so we got something to watch this week with Zach being gone. And then obviously, last but not least, my teammates. Always appreciate Nick and Austin showing up to run with me, give me somebody to talk to and not get lost and just silence for 2 hours. So it's always appreciate having them.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And, well, Grant, once again, buddy, congratulations on your third place finish. And we will see you, or they'll see you next week over in Echo Park.
I appreciate it. Talk to you later.
See you later. Ladies and gentlemen, your third place driver, that number 57 Red Bull Ford Mustang, Grant Applegate. And now let's go ahead and bring up your runner-up driver for today's race. It is going to be that number 53 machine of Colin Bollinger. Colin, is Mike up in the booth? Do you got a copy, sir?
Yes, sir, buddy. What's going on?
Man, Colin, what a up and down day for you in that number 53 Dr. Pepper machine. Talk us through your day and what was it like, having to fight your way back through the field in your 53 machine?
I'll tell you what, it sucked. It was not fun. No, it was fun, but I know the next gen cars provide us a certain type of racing, and it's just pretty much all aero. So getting back there, I mean, we got, I think, P3 in the stage, which, good points because we needed it. After the last couple of weeks, we've been really struggling bad. So we got P3 in the stage. We had to unfortunately take the end of line because we didn't make it around to actually pit when the pit road was open. So yeah, it was pretty much a struggle off the whole second stage, just trying to find clean air. Everybody was widening out every corner, every lap. So I think we ended up jostling back up to like sixth, and then that last run, I mean, we were good. It just we got a little speed in it a little too late. Ran down the leaders to maybe from like 2 seconds to 1.2 before the pit stop, and I was so far back I decided to drop 2 on it. And I mean, it helped us out. We netted out, I think, from 6th to 2nd. So I mean, it's good night. Just wish we were one more ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, you were chasing hard to try to get to the back bumper of Tyler. What would it have taken for you in order to actually challenge hard with you and Tyler coming down on the same lap for tires? What do you think you should have done differently to possibly get you up there to pass Tyler?
Oh, honestly, I think he might have hit a lap prior to me. I'm not sure. Maybe he was on the same lap, but I had the pit earlier. I was sitting there counting the laps down. I'm like, oh, okay, I have this certain lap that I'm gonna pit, and then I saw everybody start pitting prior to me, and I knew once they already called down the pit, I had to kind of run and do something different, because if I pit on the same strategy as them or on the same lap, it wouldn't have worked out. So we had to run a little longer, I think 2-3 laps, and it worked out good. But like I said, I think if we just short pitted them, I think we might win that race.
Yeah, I am. I just went back. I apologize. It was 2 laps later that you pitted after Tyler. But, I mean, regardless, it was one heck of a day for you in that Dr. Pepper, or that Diet Dr. Pepper 53 machine. Beautiful paint scheme, by the way. I'm absolutely loving it.
Thank you.
But before I let you go here today, Colin, is there anybody that you'd like to give a shout out to?
Pretty much just the guys back that I raced with. Ray Sean Wingfield, he was in there tonight. I think he finished P5. The guy that makes all my paints, Dan Plant Smith, that's great. He's a really good painter on Trading Paints, and Team Delusional, all the guys back there, and that's really it. Oh, and of course, can't forget you for putting on the broadcast, subbing in for our man Zachariah tonight, and I really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys, I've been watching the last couple weeks, just to get a feel for you guys, and you guys always put on one hell of a show, so I knew I was in for a treat to do this for tonight. So, but man, what a good run for you. Congratulations on second, and we'll see you next week over in Echo Park.
Sir, thank you, buddy.
Yes, sir. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be your runner-up driver of that Diet Dr. Pepper number 53 machine, Colin Bollinger. And now let's go ahead and bring in your race winner driver of that number 99 Highball Energy Toyota Camry, Tyler Bowling, after a dominating final segment. Tyler, my man, what a race for you in that Highball Energy, the final closing laps here. What did it take for you to take home the win in that final stage?
Just really just trying to be consistent there once I had like the lead. But before that, just getting on pit road and not making a mistake. And I got on there a little too easy than what I thought, but and I'm glad the caution had come out during that cycle, so that helped. But yeah, I say just making good consistent speed, trying not to make a mistake. I made a couple here and there, but it wasn't too detrimental. Yep. hmm hmm Yeah.
What's it going to take for you to win over in Echo Park?
I don't know. I'm not the best super speedway. Just hopefully avoid the chaos when it happens. Try to surround myself with my teammates, and just try to be bold. I'm a little too nervous sometimes on the speedways to make aggressive moves to get to the top. So I think just trying to be willing to make those aggressive moves would be like the key, whether it's blocking or passing.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like a really good plan for Echo Park.
Yeah.
And but Tyler, man, before I let you go today, is there anybody that you'd like to give a shout out to?
Honestly, definitely like good racing Cole in there. He was definitely hunting me down a little bit in that last part. And also just I talked with Grant like right before I pit there. He had maybe a nose right underneath me, and he definitely could have like forced me up high and made me like get into pit awkward there. So I appreciate him like giving me a little space to get in the pits there.
Well, Tyler, a really big congratulations on your race win here in the Deep Dish Dash 250. And we will see you and see what you can do at Echo Park next week.
All right, thanks, man. Have a good one.
You as well. Ladies and gentlemen, your race winner, driver of that number 99 Highball Energy Toyota Camry, Tyler Bowling. But ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for me here tonight at Chicagoland. And let me tell you what, it was an absolute incredible race all around. I want to thank everybody here at the Full Send Cup Series for trusting me with this broadcast here tonight. And man, let me tell you what, I've been watching these guys put on a great show week in, week out. Next week, your man Zachariah will be back when the series heads to the Super Speedway of Echo Park. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for tuning in right here on the iCast Racing Network. And I appreciate every single one of you. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, no matter what you do in life, have fun doing it. If it's not fun, you need to go and try to make it fun. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Mike Taylor with the iCast Racing Network. And we will see you all next week when we head to Echo Park Speedway.